Hi everybody, so today I will talk about a topic from LEP. So the topic is brain rot. Why are you losing control of your brain? Okay. Have you noticed this word brain rot showing up everywhere lately? Yes, it's been trending a lot recently. So, are you curious about what it actually means? Of course, I mean brain rot. It sounds like a horror movie title. It does, but in reality, it's something many people face every day, especially with the way we live now. So, you're saying my brain could be rotting? That's pretty disgusting. Gwen, well, it's not literal. Brain rot refers to the decline in your brain's performance due to bad habits like lack of sleep or social media overload. So it's more like when I can't concentrate after watching videos all night. Exactly. And it's a topic a lot of people, especially from different generations, are really interested in these days. So, do you think people realize when their brain are getting overloaded? Like that great question. Let me ask you and our listeners, have you ever found yourself endlessly scrolling on social media with no focus? Oh, I've been definitely been there. And how about this? Have you ever struggled to remember simple things like where you put your keys after nights of poor sleep all the time? Sometimes I feel like my brain just checks out where that exactly while we're diving into today's topic. Brain rot, what it is, why it happened, and most importantly, how to prevent it. So stick around and listen to our conversation to explore more fascinating insights about how your brain works. And don't forget to check the PDF in the description for more tips and vocabulary. So, let's get serious. What exactly is brain rot? Well, it's not as scary as it sounds though. It can be a big impact on your life. You've got my attention. And sorry for that. What does it do to you? Brain rot refers a gradual decline in brain function. You might notice things like losing focus, forgetting small details, or having trouble organizing your thoughts. Well, that sounds like me every Monday morning. I don't want to go to schools. Anyways, however, seriously common causes include excessive social media use, too much negative information, or even lack of sleep. If okay, so let me take an example for you. If I scroll TikTok all night and basically frying my brain pretty much. In fact, research from the University of California, Irvine shows that frequent digital interruptions can reduce productivity up to 40%. That's a lot, but the social media affects focus in other ways too. Definitely. A study by Microsoft found that since the rise of social media and smartphones, the average attention span has dropped from 12 seconds to just 8 seconds. That is shorter than a goldfish attention span. Exactly. Your brain becomes overwhelmed when it processes too much information at once. This overload can impair your ability to concentrate and remember details. No longer I can't finish a book anymore. Let me guess, limiting screen time is a solution, right? Right, that's one part of it. Experts from the National Institutes of Health recommend digital detox, where you take regular breaks from screens to reset your focus. So how do we fix it? Should I just delete all my apps that a bit extreme, Try a digital detox day. Once a week with no phones, no social media. Maybe I'll survive without memes. Cause of brain rot is the lack of mental stimulation. So doing the same boring stuff every day makes your brain lazy. Exactly, when your brain isn't challenged, it starts to lose its sharpness. So what can I do to keep my brain active? Try learning a new skill. It could be as simple as doing puzzle, reading new books, or even taking up a hobby. Maybe I'll finally learn how to play the guitar. Or that's a great idea. Another thing to watch out for is poor lifestyle choice. This didn't sound good things like not getting enough sleep, poor diet, or lack of exercise can really mess with your brain performance. Guilty. I stay up until 2 a.m. This is from the podcast, and this is not me. I don't really stay up to 2 a.m. Believe me. I just stay up to 11, I guess. Anyways, let's continue. My until 2 a.m. last night eating pizza. Well, no wonder you're feeling sluggish today. So better sleep, better food, and more exercise. Got it exactly. Your brain is like a high performance machine. It needs to it needs the right fuel to run. Well, okay, digital detox sounds helpful, but what about mental stimulation? You mentioned something about it earlier. Right. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that activities like learning a new skill, solving puzzles, or reading regularly can strengthen neural connection. So it's like giving your brain a workout exactly. It's called neuroplasticity. Your brain can adapt and grow, but only if you challenge it regularly. So maybe I should take up a hobby like playing chess or learning a new language. Great ideas. In fact, as a study by the University of Edinburgh found that bilingual individuals tend to have better memory and cognitive flexibility as they age. That's a good reason to brush up on the Spanish from the podcast. Now, what about your sleep habits? Are you getting a solid 7 to 8 hours a night? Okay, or maybe closer to 5 or 6 hours. Does that really make a difference? Absolutely. Lack of sleep can impair your brain ability to form and retain memories. A study by the American Academy of Sleep Medicine found that sleep deprivation reduced learning efficiency by 40%. Yikes. I really need to work on my sleep schedule. That's a smart move. I'm sorry. That's a smart move. Good sleep, regular exercise, and mental stimulation. These are the foundation for a healthy brain. Now, let's move to the vocabulary. I'm gonna skip this. Have you ever experienced brain rot? What habits do you think caused it? Great question. I also like to know what's one small habit you tried that helped refresh your mind. I think starting the day with movement really helps me. Really helps me. What about you? For me, planning ahead on Sundays always reduces stress. on Mondays. Alright, listeners, share your thoughts in the comments. We would love to hear your experience and advice. Alright, we cover a lot about brain rots, but there's something we haven't touched on yet. How our thoughts play a role in all this. You're right. People often blame social media or lack of sleep, but they forget that negative thinking is just as harmful. So if I spend my days thinking I'm gonna be a millionaire in the future, gonna make me be bored? I don't know. Well, apparently I wouldn't go that far, but research from Dr. Barbara Fredrickson shows that negative thought patterns reduce cognitive flexibility and creativity. Great. So not only I'm broke, but I'm also making my brain worse. Fantastic. That's why it's important to shift your mindset studies. Shift your mindset. Studies show that practicing gratitude can actually rewire your brain to be more positive. So if I start writing, I'm grateful for pizza every day, my brain will be happier. That's not exactly the point, but yes, gratitude helps neuroscience. Yes, gratitude really helps. Neuroscientist Dr. Rick Hansen explained that focusing on positive experience strengthens neural pathways, making optimism more automatic. So basically, our thoughts shape our brain. What about multitasking? I mean, I can text, watch TV, and eat pizza at the same time. That's talent, right? Actually, no. A study from Stanford University found that chronic multitaskers struggle with memory retention and have weaker attention spans. So you're telling me my ability to scroll through social media while pretending to work is not a superpower? That's exactly what I'm saying. Instead of multitasking, try the Pomodoro technique, working for 25 minutes and rest for 5 minutes. It's scientifically proven to boost productivity, so focus on work then snack break. I like it, but what if someone already feels like their brain is fried, like they've hit rock bottom? Then it's time to take back control. Dr. Andrew Huberman, a neuroscientist at Stanford, suggests structured work, rest schedules, meditation, and deep breathing to restore brain function. Meditation. Huh. Does staring at my ceiling at 2 a.m. count? Because I do that a lot. Not quite. Meditation means achievely calming your mind, not worrying about why you sent that awkward test 3 years ago. Okay, so structured work, gratitude, and control rest. What else? Use your free time wisely. Instead of endless scrolling, try learning something new or being creative. It it keeps your brain sharp, so watching cooking videos at 3 a.m. counts as learning, right? If you actually cook the meal next day, then yes, otherwise, not really. Got it. So, brain rot isn't just about what we consume, but how we use our brains. Small habits, big change. Exactly. Your brain is your most valuable asset. Take care of it. So, if you're listening and thinking maybe my brain needs a reset, now it's the time to take action and remember small steps lead to big results, starting with one habit. Okay, and that's the end of the topic. Thank you for listening.